In this video, I'm going to use Vocab Kitchen to help me adapt a text to the level of my students. With Vocab Kitchen, there's no need for what we're going to do. There's no need to register or log in. You go to vocabkitchen.com and for our purposes, you click on the CEFR button here under Vocabulary Profile. When you get to this page, you post your text here in the box. So I have copied a text already, a short text that I've written about speaking in public. Then you click Profile. And here's my text. So here's the text and here is the profile. So as you can see here, blue words are A1 level, green A2, orange, yellow B1, red B2, and these pink ones are C1, C2. So we can have a look here and we can see that in this text we have predominantly, now we're looking here, public is B2, lots of B1 words, some green. And we see here that we have a word, recognize, which is not recognized. So the grey ones are the words that the system doesn't recognize. Down here, so we have concerto, and we have here devoted. Now devoted is marked as red for being marked in red for being a B2 word, and I want to prepare my text for a B1 level group. So what I would do then is I would look at the sentence and see how I can rewrite it to make it slightly simpler by removing devoted. They also mark planning. I think my students, German students, wouldn't really have a problem with that. So it's devoted I want to change. So they say, those who seem to do it effortlessly have in fact devoted countless hours of their lives planning, practicing and perfecting. So I'd go over here and I could change it. In fact, I'm going to change it to spent countless hours. Countless hours of their lives planning, practicing and perfecting. I'm going to check now if the new version has helped, now that I've changed devoted. But I also want to look here at recognize. Sometimes, so concerto for example, it isn't in this system because concerto, it wouldn't be a word that is typically used in perhaps in texts for learners. So that's why some of these words that appear in grey are words that the system just hasn't come across in learner corpus. But it could also be the form, for example, perfect, perfecting. I'm sure if we remove, let's see, to perfect. They spent countless hours of their lives planning and practicing and perfecting. Let's just see. Practicing, I'll change it to perfect. Planning and practicing. Let's see if that changes to perfect what it is they say. The other thing I wanted to change, we can have a look at that now in a minute. The other thing I want to change is here I see recognize. So recognize, as I said, is not recognized, but it could be because here it is the British spelling. So I'm just going to try and change that and see if I put in a Z. So I'm going to hit profile. And yeah, so we can see firstly recognize is recognized and it says it's a B1 word. Now my students are learning the British spelling, British English spelling, so I'm going to put it back. But I'm happy that recognize, they'll understand it. It's a B1 word. Perfect is A2. Now, I imagine that perfect is A2 in the sense of an adjective. So I have to decide here, do I think they'll understand it as a verb or should I change it completely? In this case, I'm just going to take it out. They're going to, where is it? They've spent countless hours of their lives planning and practicing what it is they're going to say and how they're going to say it. So I think that gives the idea of the sentence and the text clearly enough for the students to understand. I don't need perfecting. The other thing I changed was, spent countless hours. We see spent now is A2. So perfect. So you could change then a few other words, but that would be how you go about it. So then you could change the text to suit your level. So in this case, I would be trying to create a B1 text. Okay, that is the main. I would then copy and paste my text into another document, and then I would share it with my students. Another feature here at the bottom is you can see they have the vocab list. They've turned your words into lists. So I may decide to copy this little nice list here, everything done for me, and I could use this to pre-teach the words, the vocab, to my students. So that is Vocab Kitchen, how we would start looking at text. It's not perfect, of course. I mean, we're systems and algorithms and things like that, but it gives you a first help, first assistance with adapting your texts for the right level.